friends, and welcome to Pod Return to the Waking Sands. I'm fucking waiting for you to do it. We are a Final Fantasy XIV.
Do what?
You always interject with some, like, the Hildy stuff, the Hildibrand stuff. And you don't even gaslight me like that.
I'm not gaslighting you. You're not at the bit where I interject yet.
We are a Final Fantasy XIV companion podcast.
Extraordinaire.
Great.
Finally.
Where we explore the lore and story of
Hildibrand and beyond.
and beyond.
God, you're so impatient, Jen.
You shut up.
You shut up.
After
you introduce me, then shut up.
My name is Jen, and I'm joined by my co-host and interjector.
I'm Levi.
Hello, Levi.
Howdy. We are, as has been heavily spoiled, doing Hildibrand Part 2. Heavensward Hildibrand Part 2. Part 2. This patch's installment is real short, so it might be short unless we're full of bullshit, which seems possible so far.
It's possible. You never know. I mean, sometimes, we have dinner before we record, and sometimes that's just a bad idea. Because then we come back and we sit and we're full of food and then we're tired. So.
But either way, we have a job to do.
The pod must go on.
It's true. Before we get going, though, I do want to comment on the gazebo bit from last time. We were informed that the jokes about the gazebo being scary, etc., may be an allusion to a tabletop RPG actual play anecdote shared by a minor celebrity some time ago, Richard Aronson. The account is that the GM in his tabletop session described a gazebo to the players. One of them did not know what a gazebo was and so thought it was a monster, and then proceeded to enact antics about the gazebo until the GM got fed up with his shit and had the gazebo attack. That is the gazebo story, and it is speculated that this is the inspiration for Nashu's gazebo fears.
Holy shit. Now that you say that, I feel like in the game Munchkin, there is a gazebo monster.
There is, and when we talked about this on the Discord, it was posted. That card was posted. So you have manifested a memory that...
I don't remember that at all.
Yeah, someone posted the Munchkin card about the gazebo in the Discord after someone actually'd us about said gazebo.
Yeah. Darn. Whether if it's a reference to that or a complete non sequitur, it's still very funny to me.
Very well. You enjoy that. Moving on, Jen.
Well,
I've already done the heavy lifting for you on the recap, so please fill in the rest from last time.
Oh, shit.
Oh, shit. Jen's got a recap. Twist.
Oh, God. Okay. So Nashu, she's in Ishgard looking... She assumed that when Hildy was launched into the ionosphere that, she calculated the trajectory and he should have landed somewhere in Ishgard? Kurthis? Somewhere around there. So we meet her by house, the Fortomp Manor, and she's like, I swear I know where Hildy landed. And we go to like the various places that she thinks he landed without any luck. And in the meantime, we've collected this inquisitor, this very ambitious inquisitor named Seer, who insists that there is heresy afoot and is looking for it around every corner. Eventually, we get into the Kurthis Western Highlands, and we find Hildibrand's feet sticking out of the snow, and we rescue him. Rather, Godbert rescues him, because at the beginning of all of this, Godbert and Lord Edmont were like in some kind of negotiations. I don't know. So Godbert's there. He plucks his son out of the snow. There's a big old like thing. And at the end of it, they discover that they've unearthed a mammet who looks like Vivi from, was it 9?
Yes. Vivi.
And the mammet's like, oh my god, I don't remember who I am or why I am and all that stuff. And we're like, that's cool, little bro. And Sierra's like, oh, that thing is full of heresy. And we're like, no. And they all go back to Ishgard. Right? Is that about what happened?
Thereabouts, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Cool.
And then, just Hildibrand shenanigans.
you know.
Like I said, like it's the visual comedy that sometimes is very hard to relay.
You don't need to
podcast
recap
form.
that, Jen. It's okay.
But it's important.
Well, Jen.
I guess if you want to go back and listen to the original.
Speaking of what's important, what happens this time?
Oh, perfect. Okay, that I know.
Great.
All right. Well, the more Seer has thought about it, the more he realizes Hildibrand will have to surrender the mammet to him in the interest of public safety. The circumstances in which it was discovered were suspicious, and who knows what sort of heresy could come from it. The Inquisition must inspect this thing. And he knows Hildibrand has gotten very attached to Gigi, therefore he enlists our help in convincing him to give it up. I don't know why we agree to this. He's like, will you please help me in convincing Hildibrand to give me the mammet so the Inquisition can destroy it or whatever? And we're like, okay. I'm going to assume that we did that so we could keep tabs and interject when it became
We're just here to
needed.
Observe the unfoldings, Jen. We're like,
guess.
yes, I will go with you to see what happens next.
Nod. So Hildy, Nashu, and Gigi are hanging out by the gazebo.
Nashu.
There's someone else here too. A Lalafell in a straw hat and a pink tunic chilling in front of the brazier. We've seen this person skulking around before.
We have.
Yeah.
Good looking out, Jen.
Yeah. I was like, there isn't typically someone sitting here. So Hildy is in the middle of showing off the incredible vista to Gigi while describing all of the amazing things they're going to do together in their upcoming adventures. From the deepest pit of the seven hells to the very pinnacle of the heavens, he says. And the former sounds especially attractive to Gigi. He's like, yay, the seven hells. Hildy strikes his signature poses, and Gigi follows suit, and this is very adorable. Seer takes this moment and seizes it. By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Supreme Sacred Tribunal of Hellenic Inquisitory Doctrine, I hereby command you to surrender that mammet of suspected heretical origin into my custody. Oh, Seer, you're such a jokester, Hildy says. Obviously, Gigi isn't a clockwork heretic. He's just a precocious young lad. And Nashu, well, she takes umbrage at the label. She's like, hey, you're confusing her, she says. Those big, beautiful, boxy eyes are the soul of femininity. And Hildy is indignant. Nashu, please, were you not witness to the magnificent display of Mandervillian masculinity mere moments ago? Well, that's only because Gigi hasn't had a proper female role model. And then Nashu breaks into her super awesome lady cat poses. And then in the middle of this gender discussion, we hear a familiar voice wondering, what is all this noise?
This whole thing smacks of gender.
I'm sorry. Lord Edmont walks up, and Seer quickly apologizes for the disturbance. He was here to seize the mammet when the other two started bickering about Gigi's gender. And then Hildibrand looks up at Count Edmont, and he's like, hey, what say you? Do you think Gigi is a boy or a girl? And certainly Edmont Fortemps would never engage in such silliness. 'Tis clearly a strapping young lad, no? Now Seer's shoulders slump, but he is determined. The mammet must be turned over to the Inquisition. Okay? Everything about it is suspicious, especially its miraculous resuscitation. And Edmont is curious, and we give him the background on Gigi's discovery. What this mammet needs, Edmont says, is to be made a ward of House Manderville until he recovers his memory. And now Seer is truly shook. And Hildy's eyes go wide at the thought of becoming a father. And Edmont volunteers to be a witness, and Hildy accepts. And immediately Gigi jumps up and down excitedly, Papa Hildy! And it's, again, very adorable. And Nashu tears up at the tender scene between father and son.
Father and daughter.
Correct. First stop on the tour is House Durandare. The group has gathered to take in the view of the magnificent manor, except the view is of the Supreme Sacred Tribunal of Hellenic Inquisitory Doctrine that Seer frustratedly points out. Come now, Gigi, surely gazing upon this wondrous work of Ishgardian architecture stirs something within your soul. This grand manor of House Durin Miltomsart. Yeah. No, nothing, says Gigi. Now Seer jumps in. If Hildy is going to mentor the mammet, he at least better know which buildings are which. Well, perhaps we're focusing too much on the highfalutin stuff, Hildy thinks. Let's check out the chocobo stables instead. Maybe the sights and sounds and smells will trigger a memory. So we all travel down to the chocobo stables. Splendid specimens of horsebird flesh. Would you not agree? Horsebird flesh. Nashu encourages Gigi to get a solid sniff of the chocobos, really get the memory juices flowing with horsebird flesh, but still there's nothing. Seer interjects, just because you found him in Kurthis doesn't mean he's from Ishgard. Well, that's brilliant, says Hildy. We should take Gigi to the Crozier and expose him to all manner of goods from all across the Eorzea. Amazing. So Seer's insistence on being a contrarian wet blanket has accidentally made him helpful, which pisses him off. So we all head to the Crozier. But Gigi, before he leaves, Gigi notices a young boy and his father nearby. The kid is begging his dad to buy him a chocobo, and he glances over at Gigi, and they look at each other for a second, and I'm thinking, ooh, is this when Gigi remembers? Like, was this like his childhood friend, like a la the Velveteen Rabbit or something? Father, that strange-looking thing is staring at us. Well, darn. And then Gigi wonders to himself, am I that strange-looking? Am I that strange-looking? So we're all standing in front of a stall. Not a chocobo stall, but like a stall of fineries with various wares and a giant vase perched on the counter, foreshadowing. And Gigi has become completely disheartened. Nothing seems to be working. And in an attempt to rally his son, Hildy offers some words of encouragement and once again strikes an inspiring pose. But during the latter, he knocks the vase off the counter and it shatters into a million pieces. I forget who asked. It's probably Seer. Like, how much was that worth? And the shopkeep says, this vase is worth over 123 million gil. It's over 700 years old and has been owned by a variety of nobles, lord commanders, and a duke.
It's not where this goes. This feels like a scam.
Right.
It's like, oh, you broke my shitty vase that was on the edge of the counter.
Yeah, I literally scooched it on the edge of my counter.
This ancient vase sitting in my shitty, otherwise market stall.
Yeah.
I was like,
I'm
oh
selling,
no,
like,
it's 100 million gil.
Socks, and then this priceless vase.
This is not addressed whatsoever.
Seer falls to his knees in despair. Why has Halone forsaken me? But Gigi has seen the broken vase, and something has stirred within him. And suddenly his staff starts glowing, and some kind of magic erupts from the end, coating all the broken bits, and just like that, the vase has been completely restored. Hey, that's pretty cool, we all say. But Seer is losing his mind. He's convinced he just witnessed some kind of holy miracle. Hildy's like, Gigi, you take after my father, another craftsman with otherworldly talent. Some say when he wields his hammer, he has the power of life and death. And Gigi is like, oh, Papa Hildy's Papa? So precious. Seer, meanwhile, doesn't understand why we're not gawping at the obvious divine intervention. Do not demean this mammet's power as some parlor trick, he says. And Seer's repetitive reference to Gigi as the mammet, this mammet, has finally kind of struck a chord in Gigi, and he just lashes out. Everybody stop lying, okay? I'm not a boy. I'm a mammet. Hildy, you're not my papa, and Nashu, you're not my mama. And he runs off. Oh, well, not to worry, Hildy says. He's at that rebellious age. As strange as it may sound, he says, I, too, tested my parents' patience. And that on more than one occasion. You don't say. Nashu thinks what we really need to do is get to the bottom of why Gigi thinks she's a mammet. Because he is a mammet, says Seer. That's it. Now we move on. Now we must, hopefully, convince Gigi that, mammet or no, he's still Hildy's boy and Nashu's girl.
And he's not a mammet.
I mean, you can still be a mammet and still be awesome.
You can, but that's not the stance, Jen. This is nonsense.
This is nonsense.
We proceed to search the city for Gigi. Until a guard shares that a small Lalafell-ish fellow with a wide hat bought passage on a ship for Falcon's Nest. How this fellow bought passage, we're unclear, and it is not addressed. So either way, we pursue this lead, the only small lead we have, and head for Kurthis Western Highlands.
So there's a fun moment here. If you are a Lalafell and you speak to this guard, and he's like, yeah, little Lalafellan guy just, booked passage. One of them was named Lalafells, right? Funny little buggers. Present company accepted, he seemed keen to be anywhere but here. Good people, you Lalafells. Industrious folk, salt of the earth. Like that waitress they got down at the Forgotten Night. Though I doubt you sing or dance half as well as she does, eh? which is fine. I ain't judging.
Wow.
It was a lot of flavor text.
That is a lot. I'm amazed.
I know, and they even threw Tataru reference in
Thank
there.
you for looking out, Jen.
I know. I thought that was really cute.
We're going to go chase this down, and Hildibrand believes that Gigi wishes to let off steam by frolicking in the snow, while Seer is now certain he has a lead on some heresy.
Absolutely.
Surely Gigi's masters lurk in the wilds of Kurthis, and he's going to report back to them.
Mm-hmm.
So all in on this heresy theory, Seer rushes ahead, while Nashu wonders if Seer does not think well of Gigi. Possibly, admits Hildy, though I would not presume to know his feelings ere he voiced them directly.
This is fucking hilarious. He said it probably a dozen times so far, bro. It's like, I'm not going to make any assumptions unless he says it, explicitly.
Out in Kurthis, we sight some tiny footprints in the snow.
Aww.
Nashu remarks that they're adorable, almost like mammet footprints.
Huh, curious.
But shortly she makes up for this stubborn oversight with a keen moment of, what do you call it? Insight. Maybe Gigi came out here to find Lord Godbert. Nashu did say that Grandpapa might like to see that trick of hers, the whole reconstructing trick.
Oh, sure, yeah.
And this will turn out to be the case, mostly. As not too far away, we see that Godbert and Julian are having a snowball fight.
This is great.
A herd of felled deer, Steinbocks, lie sprawled around them, dead.
Just collateral
victims
damage.
of errant snowballs. And Gigi is a victim as well. We find them laid out in the snow nearby due to a snowball to the head. Is it damage, wonders Seer. Nonsense, though, assures Hildibrand. I myself have been driven headfirst into the earth on no fewer than 24 occasions, several times from malms above, and my mind is no less brilliant for the experience.
He ain't lying.
Seer begins to make a snide remark, but he notices that we are all nodding in unison. Oh, he's behind me, isn't he? And sure enough, Godbert is popping squats behind Seer.
We're all watching him go up and down, and he's like, why are you all nodding? Behind me, isn't he?
We begin to exchange pleasantries, but Gigi interrupts. Grandpa Godbert, Mama Nashu says that you wield the powers of life and death. Can you make me a real boy? Godbert does not question whatsoever. He is happy to oblige.
Yes, I can.
He whips out his hammer, and in the background, Seer begins to back away, having learned his lesson from the last Manorville antics. But Godbert sets to work with his goldsmith's hammer, and soon we have Gigi resculpted into a boy, wearing naught but shorts and his hat. He still has his mammoth head, but his body is pitch black, an approximation of a real child or a Lalafell.
Lalafell, yeah.
He is overjoyed, but don't get excited yet. Godbert has not yet even begun the real work.
He hasn't even begun to peak.
His hammer swells and elongates to massive size, and he pounds away at the mammet until Gigi is reshaped into a tall, muscular figure.
Rogaden!
With these... Wow, Jen, way to pierce the illusion.
Sorry, but...
We only got so many body types, Jen, we know.
It could have been anything. But yeah, he's a big, muscly Rogaden now.
A tall, muscular figure with the same mammoth head and hat. A proper Manderville man. Hildibrand calls for Gigi to come forth. Let me see you, son, in your full glory. And we begin a sappy, slow motion scene of the two running across the snowy clearing towards each other. They get closer and closer. And Gigi changes poses from outstretched arms to outstretched arm.
Clothesline.
And thank you, Jen. And he clotheslines Hildy in slow motion. We get to see Hildy's compressed face and elongated lips mid-oof from 3 different angles before the move concludes with Gigi slamming Hildy into the ground, leaving him embedded headfirst in the snow. Godbert sniffles. This brings back some memories. But we can hardly celebrate this transformation when Gigi surges with magic once more, transmogrifying himself back into mammoth form.
Aww. Which
Hildibrand, once he extracts himself from the snow, assures him he is a much more manageable size for Gigi.
Yeah, he's like, I think this works better for you, for all of us.
Wonders Gigi, how can you ever accept me as a mammoth? Why, a Manderville man is far more than mere flesh and bone. He is vigor, compassion, honor, a gentleman for all seasons. Be you man or machine, it makes no difference. And if they call you mammoth, you look them in the eye and say, nay, I am a Manderville mammoth.
So legitimately heartwarming and fantastic. Especially I don't know, also the line that tickled me was just a gentleman for all seasons. I don't know why, that just seems funny.
Yeah. Oh, and also to Hildy's mother and father, Gigi is adopted now. Your grandparents. Surprise!
Yay! Well,
Godbert takes it all in stride. Grandpapa Godbert and Grandmama Julian, I have been waiting years to hear those words. Why, says Hildibrand, few things in life are grander than becoming a grandparent, as they say. But there is a malevolent surge of dark energy. In horror, we see Julian's wrath has been triggered. She hulks out, her frying pan swelling to be as big as her, and she glows with tendrils of dark red. Seeing this, Godbert and Hildibrand both book it immediately, disappearing into the wilds. What's so bloody grand about it? She utters. I'll not be made grandmother to a bloody buggering mammoth. It's past time I beat some sense into my beloved boy. And she stalks off after them, past us, who are doing our very best to be unnoticeable.
So like she goes full Dark Knight here. There was something familiar about it, but then, Seer after the fact, he's like, I've heard of Dark Knights, but holy shit. And I was like, that's exactly what she looked like. Well, actually more like the warrior.
Yeah.
Glowy eyeballs.
Dark warrior.
To have that, like the giant cast iron skillet as an actual weapon glam would be so amazing. We're not going to, I don't know. I'm just putting it out there.
I don't think it would look good in the default warrior animations. But
way to just rain on the parade.
Oh
Levi.
My goodness.
Jeez. You could say, yeah.
It would be pretty cool.
That would be
but
cool.
It's also her thing.
I know, but there are plenty of things that we have adopted from other characters.
We have stolen, once they are put into the sidelines of the MSQ or whatever, we can buy their glam.
Yeah.
Look like Azelle for like $30. That's not morbid.
Ooh.
Right?
Ooh.
But I'm serious though.
But look like Julian?
Once characters get put out to pasture, we can then buy their look.
Yeah. Remember them?
They're me now.
Fuck. I just thought it looked so great.
It is very cool.
It was very intimidating.
It is. And we are scared, as is Seer. He's like, that is probably some brand of heresy, but I'm not touching that. I'm just going to ignore that happen.
Let that go. Smart man.
Well, at least the mammoth has overcome its existential crisis. Not that I should care about a mammoth anyway, Baka.
Baka.
Isn't that in your Japanese animes? Jin, don't look mortified.
That's not a mortified look.
Okay, fine, whatever.
I know, but I want you to explain it because I don't get it.
In anime or I guess manga snippets I've seen on the internet, there's like the Sundra girl. He's like, it's not like I like you anyway.
Okay.
You've never seen this
No
phenomenon.
No.
You know what this trope is, though?
The tsundere or whatever?
Yes.
Well, I do, but it's not like I've read them. So I don't know, like, the little...
It's in the wild, just like you know what it is.
I believe you.
Okay.
Just for, however, so, sometimes I am incredulous that you, in your many years, haven't experienced certain things and therefore don't get a lot of references. Now it's my turn to not get the references.
That's okay. You're allowed to.
Thank you very much. That's all.
Great.
Naughty. I know that one.
Said in like a weird, deep voice.
I can say it however I want.
You can. You're correct.
All right.
Anyway, Seer is like, he's better, the mammet's better, but I shouldn't care about him anyway because it's just a mammet.
He cares about him a little bit.
Their idiocy is infectious. That's what it is, Jen. He just has to follow procedure, report to your superior one step at a time.
Yeah, huff that copium, dude.
As we leave, we see the feet of 3 robed figures watching from above. It's Alize. Times 3.
Yeah. The Levier triplets.
Though we go back to Ishgard for a brief debrief, and Seer he tells us his superiors are very displeased with his allowing the mammet to be adopted, and they are convinced it harbors heresy somehow. So Seer will stay vigilant until next time. And that's the bit. That is a very short Hildibrand.
Yeah.
But that is all we got.
Big arc for Gigi, and, I have no idea. I've never done this far. I've never gone this far into the Hildibrand stuff. So I'm hoping...
You hadn't even finished the Realm Reborn Hildy until we did it.
Yeah. There's just, we were busy. I hope that Gigi kind of like pops in and out or continues to be part of the plot here because I love him. But I understand if they have to move on. I mean, what else is Seer gonna do? He's gotta be the straight man, right, against Hildy's shenanigans. So he's gotta be here for the entire expansion. And if Gigi isn't there to be like the focus of his energies, then yeah. So I'm hoping Gigi sticks around. That's all I wanted to say.
Nice.
You don't have to mock my hand gestures.
They were funny.
Oh, you're welcome.
Right, Jen, this is fun. I commented beforehand, my recollection being I did not like the Heavensward Hildibrand as much as the original Hildibrand. This is all fun. The first bit lags a fair amount. There's like one bit going on. It's not very entertaining. And then there's like a big payoff on the back end. And I think that taking it in terms of like the individual patches, like in one bite, makes a lot of sense. Because if you're like dabbling for a bit, then calling it good, then you could have like all wool, or like you could start on the climax. I think that doing these in patch size snippets is the best way to go.
I agree.
But that said, though, it's lacking the layers of intrigue wound upon itself that the A Realm Reborn ones had. Like,
yeah, that was a full-on like Agatha Christie style like mystery. There was intrigue.
Well, I'm not talking about the overall plot. I'm talking about the layers of farce that go deep. They introduce elements early on which seem like non sequiturs, but then they begin to spring them on you well down the line. Like they have woven a rich tapestry of farce, and then these threads pop loose, surprising you like, oh shit, this random bullshit this actually makes sense in this moment to come out. Holy shit. Like, it just has so many layers, and this one is just so much more on the cuff. Mm-hmm. And that, I think, is what kind of falls down about the Heavensward Hildibrand. It is lacking the depth and the kind of, and the thoughtfulness, I'd say, of the A Realm Reborn series.
Yeah. It feels more like a, like a job quest series. Just, shenanigans and stuff. Yeah, ARR was just, that was a totally different animal. Like, It just is. I don't know how the other expansions handle Hildibrand quests, so...
Well, you'll find out, Jen.
I will. But yeah, these are pretty... I mean, it's straightforward. What you see is what you get for this series.
That it is.
And we get Gigi, so I'm okay.
Yeah. Well, next time we plan on Vath. We could make it, technically speaking, but we got a full week coming up. If I can be so bold, we have a Jen's B-Day week coming up.
Oh, shit.
So maybe at Jen next week, as in the first week of June, on the Discord with a happy B-Day. I will not share the exact day. She can be peppered with random happy B-Days throughout the week.
The day, we'll make it a raffle. If you say happy birthday on the actual day, get a high five.
Yeah, from Jen.
From Jen.
We are going to be pushing out Vath by 1 week, and we're doing Theros Sirius Hard next week.
Whoa.
Then we got Vath, Jen. No more delays.
Yeah, well, that'll be
Vath o'clock.
Vath o'clock.
Then, Jen, just to tease it, we have Alexander coming up.
Oh, shit.
All of Alexander.
Whoa.
That's going to be probably like a 9-episode run, I'm thinking, because, it's a whole raid series.
I know.
Yeah. The whole plot in and of itself. So look forward to that.
I will.
Cool.
Great.
All right. Bye.
And that will do it for today's episode. Thank you all so much for listening. And just remember that next month is Father's Day, and to remember to suplex your dad. If you want to get in touch with us, you can at podreturnffxiv@gmail.com. On the Blue Sky, we're there at the same tag. You can check the show notes for our Discord information. Hop in there and make some friends, have some chats, do some group runs. Everybody's awesome. Seriously, check it out. And there's a link to the official pod t-shirt as well if you would like one of thems. And last but not least, our Patreon, patreon.com/podreturnffxiv. And if you want to support the pod like so many of y'all do, which is fucking awesome, we got a couple of tiers for you. For $1 a month, you get access to some of the bonus content that we do, like the seasonal events, the tabletop RPG, card games, stuff like that. And then for $2 a month, we have our bonus series, Sightseeing Log, where we play other games. Levi's played Final Fantasy XI, and I'm playing Final Fantasy VI, and it's going great. It's really hard for me, so check that out if you want. And with that, we hope you enjoyed the episode. Have a good day or night, and we will see you next time.
Pod Return will return in a gazebo to call our own.